Yo, hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to this special conversation we're having on behalf of Cincy Black Magazine for the Cincy Black Travel Guide. I'm excited to bring our guest onto the platform to talk about all the amazing things that his organization does for the city of Cincinnati. Without further ado, I'm bringing on Mr. Joe Mallory, the president of the Cincinnati NAACP chapter. Hello, Mr. Mallory.
Good
I'm
morning. Good
formal
morning.
here, so I'm gonna say Mister.
That's okay.
Thank
I can
you
feel
so
old.
much for taking the time to speak with us today. The NAACP has some amazing things coming up, and that's why you're here to talk about it. So, can you give us just a little background just on you and how you got to become the president of NAACP before we start talking about
Yes.
the amazing event you guys are having?
Yeah. First, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be on this platform, for you sharing your platform with us to try to inform and engage the community about the things that we're doing and to invite them to be a part of what we're doing. Okay. So, how I got involved in LACP is a long story, but I'll just give you the footnote, the Cliff
Okay.
Note version. So there were a lot of things going on about 10 years ago, and the feeling was that they weren't focusing enough on doing things in the community and on civil rights. Is more of a fiscal conservative stance, and there were a lot of people who felt like they should be focused more on things impacting the community and specifically civil rights. So we organized to try to get a team together, and there was a lot of discrepancies about what was going on. So there was a lot of write-ups in the paper about the actions that were taking place, at the meetings, and people didn't feel like there was enough transparency. So we ended up in court. Our election got stopped, and then the National Association came in and they ran the election. And then once they ran the election, the team that I was connected to, we got in, and then we got straight to work and started doing a lot of good things. So I got involved helping to try to get us focused back on the community and things the community was concerned about, and on civil rights. Because around that time, uh, Sam DuBose had been murdered by the UC police, and there were things going on in the courthouse that we felt that should have been addressed. And then we were shut down that crucial time when Sam DuBose was murdered, and we just still got out there protesting and demanding, a second trial and demanding a third. So we kept pushing until justice was done, and we didn't feel like we got justice, but we were trying to push, the system to make sure that there was justice and to expose a lot of things that had been taking place. So those types of things, we're an advocacy organization. We advocate. And now we are amplifying what we call active advocacy, because there's a lot of things we do in the community. I've been the president since 2021. I was the first vice president for about 5, 6 years. And then I became president, and I've been president since 2021. And we wanted to be more active and do different things in the community because we have about 17 different committees. We have a health committee, a housing committee, a political action committee, a criminal justice committee. So all these committees have to be manned, so we can get some work done. So that's where the work is done. We have committees, and our health committee has really gotten really active after being dormant for a long time. And we had a flu shot clinic just a couple of weeks ago, a free flu shot clinic. We partnered with Walgreens, and I feel like we should be able to leverage our brand for the benefit of the community. So we try to create partnerships wherever we can that it will help, address the disparities and to try to uplift our community.
Awesome. Awesome. I know, like you said, the NAACP brand that's a historical, everybody knows that name when you hear about it. So, um, that's super awesome. And thank you again for being able to share that information with us, because I know a lot of people don't really understand or know who are the people that's advocating for us as a community, in situations such as the Sam DuBose and how things come together. So thank you for being able to give us that insight. So the NAACP has the Freedom Fund dinner that's happening on October 7th. Last year was my first year attending. And I was
Okay.
like, wow, this is really cool. So I thought it would just be super awesome to bring you guys on the platform to talk about it, because I'm like, why aren't more people here to support this type of work, and the people that you honor? So can you tell us a little bit about the Freedom Fund dinner, and what impact it has for your organization and how that impacts our community?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that. And, the Freedom Fund dinner is an opportunity for us to amplify the work that we're doing and to bring attention to a lot of individuals in the community who are doing some of that very work that we're doing and don't get recognition. So we honor different people. We have awards that we give, and we honor them for the work that they're doing. And is also an opportunity for us to network with each other, to hear about the work that the NAACP is doing collectively with all the committees, for the community, and to let people know that the NAACP is not a closed organization. As long as you're in alignment with the core value and mission of the organization, that you can join. And it's a $30 annual membership, $30 annual membership, 114-year-old organization that began, because of lynchings. So, and people don't know that it was also begun by blacks and whites. There
Mm.
were allies. We had white allies who helped form the NAACP, and whites don't really, and that they can become a member. They don't have to be black to be a member of the NAACP, because we
Wow.
need allies. But the
Mm-hmm.
work that we're doing, and we have our youth, we have a program called the Afro Academic Cultural Scientific Olympics. It's called ACTSO. It's a
Okay.
program that was created by the national organization, and it's an opportunity for youth who are in high school. They can do a project. There's like 30 something disciplines of what you can participate in: entrepreneurial projects, culinary, performing arts, visual arts, sculpture, all these things that people can compete to get scholarship money. So our branch, we have these high school students who will hone their messaging and their project to present at the national competition once they get finished with local, and we award gold, silver and bronze medals. So all the
Wow.
gold medal winners get to go to the national competition to compete against the national uh, youth who are competing from their different cities. So in the past, we've won medals. I think last year we won 3 bronze medals,
Wow.
national level. This year we didn't get any medals, but we did have one of our AXO students. I believe she got something better than a medal. She got $10,000 scholarship from an essay that she wrote. Now the essay was in addition to the work that she, produced. Like she did some art, so she's a
Okay.
visual artist. So, but she did an essay, and the essay was with Lancome,
Mm-hmm.
and she was awarded a $10,000 scholarship. So
Wow.
that's the goal, is to try to give them some scholarship money to help, with some of the costs. We can't cover all the costs, but cover some of the costs that they have to incur trying to get their education.
Okay. Wow. So, you mentioned with the Freedom Fund dinner, you guys honor people in the community and highlight who are some of those individuals that will be
Well,
honored this year.
but this year we have about 10 honorees. We have the man of power, Mr. Lincoln Ware. He is going to be receiving an inspiring innovator award, because he's been in the broadcasting you know industry for 50 years. This is his
Yeah.
50th anniversary,
Yeah.
and he's done a lot for the community. But he's had a platform, and just like your platform here, he's provided a platform for people to be heard.
Yeah.
And when you call into the station, and it's talk radio, but there's a lot of topics that the community can discuss, and this is an opportunity for everybody to share their viewpoints or to weigh in on the different things he discusses on his show. And there needs to be an outlet. Always has to be an outlet that we can articulate, our position on different things. And he provides that, you know, with him and his talk show. So we
Yeah.
thought it was long overdue. So we have him. We have Carmen Sanders, who is one of our uh, honorees for a volunteer of the year
Okay.
for the NAACP. She's our secretary. And there's a lot of work that people don't understand that the secretary has more power than the president. The
She has the
secretary
ear.
has to, she has to sign off on some of the requisitions. She does the minutes and she sends the money up to national. And the secretary is involved in pretty much everything. And she does a lot of great work. She's getting honored. We're going to have John Smith. He is the mayor of Silverton. He's been involved in the political spectrum for years, and he's going to get the Theodore M. Berry Award, because he's the mayor of Silverton. He's been involved in that arena for many, many, many years, and hasn't really gotten the recognition that some of these individuals and some of these larger municipalities get. So we're honoring him this year. Tyran Stallings, we're honoring him. He has this thing called the Dad Initiative, and he's working with the youth. And there are different entities that are doing mentorship and trying to educate our youth, and it's something that's unique. He has created this platform to try to engage the youth and to give them some of the tools that they need to be able to go, and go on with their lives. So some life skills. So we're honoring him. We have some partners who have partnered with us throughout the year for different, initiatives that we have. Closing the health gap. We're honoring Renee Mahaffey Harris because she's been a great partner, and she continues to help us on a lot of things. The Urban League, as an organization, they partner with us on a lot of things as well. And we want the Black community to see that we can work together, that we can partner, and that we can leverage all of our resources and come together and have unity. Kroger is the third partnership award, and they have helped us with the Freedom Fund. They're a title sponsor this year.
Okay.
And they also are helping with our civic engagement unit. That is something I would like to talk about if I can come on your platform again on your show to talk about the civic engagement unit. It's going to be a game changer when it comes to empowering, educating, and uplifting our community.
Wow.
So that's coming online in the next couple months. And I've been working on this for a long time. It's a vision that I've had. Okay, so let's go back. And then our Game Changer Award is our previous president, Mr. Robert Richardson Sr. He was the president that I succeeded, and I partnered with him, and we began to organize to get in position to try to do these things we're doing now, and we were successful. So we started as a team. He retired. I ran for it, and he's going to get the Game Changer Award. Without him and his vision and his a lot of the direction that he had, he's the one who came to me and told me, "Hey, this is what I want to do," and I said, "I'll support you." He wasn't successful the first time. Then I said, "Hey, let's partner and run as a team and run again." So that's what we did, and the rest is history. And he's getting honored as a game changer. The President's Award will be given to none other than David Whitehead. He is our political action chair and our voter empowerment chair. He is doing a lot of the candidate forums and the issue forums that we do in the community to try to educate the community so they can be informed voters and make decisions not based on because somebody's a good person or they like them and they know them, they heard the name, but we want them to have some substance and vote for them because they're going to advance, some of the issues that they're concerned about, and they're going to fight, and be your voice, because that's what elected representative is. They are your voice. So we provide that platform for the community to come and hear from the candidates themselves. And then we also put out this flyer with all the candidates on it so you can see who it is that's trying to run and get your support. And it's very important that we stay engaged in this process because this is all we have so that your voice can be heard. And you can't just, put your head in the sand and act like it doesn't matter. It really does matter, because policy can help you or policy can hurt you. And for far too long, we have seen how policy can hurt you, and it is hurting us. So we do need to have people who are advocates for the people.
That is awesome. Last year, and I credit this to you, your speech that you gave during the dinner, you had like just a few sentences where you talked about the importance of voting and just how that is just so important in our community. And I'll admit it, I have been one of those, like I'm in my 30s. I have not cared too much about voting because I felt like most people that voting doesn't matter. But something happened when you said that speech. You had so much passion in your voice when you were talking about it. And it hit me. And I was like, man, it's power in voting. Like, it just was weird. And since the Freedom Fund dinner, all of my initiatives, all the events that I plan, I make sure that my goal is to educate and help our community understand the importance of our position as far as voting and knowing who's who. Just doing a lot of things of that nature, because I don't know, a light switch went off that day. So and I'm like, wow, because we did a Hustle for Change event last year, and we utilized that platform for all the candidates who were running for election in November to utilize our platform to talk to our community, because we had over 500 Black people there who were coming to, hear from someone else, but we utilized that platform. And from that event, it did help the candidates who were there win a lot of the Black vote in our community. So I don't know what it was. It hit a light bulb in me. So I credit you for that, and just wanted to make sure I told you that because it was really powerful.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And again, like, guys, the Freedom Fund dinner is an amazing event. Like I just said, just me being there, being with the people that are game changers and change makers in our community. Like, you want to be in that type of room, especially if you want to make change in our community, because we do have a lot of power that we don't realize.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of opportunity for networking and being around these people that you may see on TV. They're approachable. And to be able to be in that room with that energy, all of that energy. And I'm glad that you were inspired, because that's what we want to do. We want to inspire others to be able to inspire others. So when you said that, we need to take that as a commercial, because for the younger, generation, of the importance of it, because this right was paid for in blood.
Yeah.
It was paid for in blood. Our ancestors were beaten and killed just for wanting to register to vote. Not even voting, but just to register to vote.
Yeah.
Because the people in power, they understood the power of it.
Yeah.
And if you don't take an interest in what's going on, they don't take an interest in you, and you'll be left out.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you understand, and I try to tell people, policy really is how you get things done, good and bad. And you can help create policy. You can help get the right policy makers in the position that can help you. And when they say it doesn't matter, it does, because a lot of them are benefiting from some of the very policies that people want to have for others. And if they are not in there to do that, you see how much they're trying to wipe away everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. I don't want to get out, because that's another soapbox, but we will have an after party this year as well.
Yes, that's what I was going to mention. I said you got new components this year, so it should be fun. Tell us about the after party.
So the after party, the younger generation kept approaching, we should have an after party. I was like, well, that's a lot of work, and I don't think people are going to want to stay, because they've been sitting here to this program for 3 hours, and they might not want to stay for another couple hours, And then he said, I think it'll be successful. I said, well, I will support it. If you would take and own it and push it, I'll support it. Let's do it. So this year we are doing it for the first time, and it's going to be right there in the ballroom, the junior ballroom, which is next to the grand ballroom.
Okay.
You don't have to far to go. You just go down the hallway and make a left, and it's right there. So we're doing it for the first time to see how it goes. And if it's well attended and people want to continue it, then that's what we'll do. We have to listen to the people. If they want to do something, I say, hey, but you got to own it. You got to own it.
Yes, definitely. Because I know last year we were so excited because a few of my colleagues got awarded Carlton and Durant. So we were
Okay.
so ready. We wanted to party afterwards. So I think it's
Right.
great.
So that's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do. So get you a ticket.
Yes.
You know, the tickets are on our website at CincinnatiNAACP.com. You know, a ticket for the event or a ticket for the after party. And it supports the organization because this fundraiser is the only fundraiser we do for the whole year. We
Wow.
don't ask people for a lot of money. You know, we have it out there as passively. You can go to our website. And this is the platform for us to be able to get funds to sustain us through the whole year. You know, so if we raise enough money, there's more things that we can do. Our lights can stay on, our rent can be paid. We have one staff person. And one thing that people really don't realize is there's only one person that gets paid at the Cincinnati NAACP, and it's not the president, it's our admin who does hard
Mhm.
work in the office, taking the phone calls, you know, greeting people when they come in with their issues and their complaints, and just managing the office so we can have a presence, you know, the visual presence in the community. We're in the heart of Avondale at Rockdale and Reading Road. And that's the only person that gets paid. But we want to make sure that we keep her. So we can't just expect her to work for free. So we have to raise the money to pay her, to make sure she's got some benefits, and that, you know, she doesn't have to worry about not being compensated, you know, enough that she has to go look somewhere else. We want to keep her. So
Right.
that's the one that gets paid. And we pay
Yes.
our rent and all of our other expenses. And then we get people make donations and grant uh, funds we write grants for to help support the other things like our CPR training, our flu shot clinic, our coat drive that we do for South Avondale, the school supply drive. We have a women's empowerment luncheon. I'm not sure if you went to that before, but in April, there's a women's empowerment luncheon. The WIN committee, there's a women in the NAACP. They have a committee that they do
Okay.
these good things in the community. So the WIN committee has decided they want to do an uplifting, lifting as we climb, women's empowerment luncheon, and it happens in April. This is going to be the third year, and every year it sells out. Every
Wow.
year it sells out. They have a speaker. They also recognize some women in the community. They award for the work that they're doing. So we are trying to be really visible and vocal in the community with the work that we do. We don't have a big budget to do any kind of marketing and brag about all the good things that we're doing, but it's got to be word of mouth, you know. And I'm sorry that we don't have that uh, those resources to be able to put it all out there because we do a lot of work, and
Right.
people think we don't do anything. And 98% of the people that come to our office and call us with their complaints, they're not members.
Hmm.
They don't have to be members because we help everybody. You know, we are a resource to be able to guide them and direct them to the right uh, organization or entity that can help give them the assistance they need. And then we direct them some, you know, for legal assistance. We don't have attorneys on staff. I tell people all the time, we don't have
Wow.
attorneys on staff. A lot of people think that we just have all these, a whole bunch of attorneys, but we do not. But there are some attorneys will take cases after they vet it and they say, okay, this is something I think that we should do. Some people come with a case that's about 20 years old. They want to file something. You know, you have to be realistic about some of these things, you know.
Right.
But, you know, we are here and our doors are open. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you know, here at the corner of Rockdale and Reading Road. And people call us all the time, 513-281-1900. And they call us and there will be someone to answer the phone or we have an answer machine and we'll get back to you. But we are doing a lot of good work. And I just want people to know the good work that all these volunteers, we're all volunteers. I'm a volunteer. So
Right.
all of us volunteers are passionate about what we're doing. And we want to try to do what we can do to make a difference in the community. So we're trying to do our part.
I definitely commend you guys. I definitely see that's why I said Cincy Black is always open to the NAACP because you advocate for us in ways that we don't even understand or see. And we appreciate that. And I'm so excited for the Freedom Fund dinner happening October 7th. And you guys, I think the 22nd is the last day to get tickets, correct?
Yes. You know, people keep thinking we're joking, but we have to let, you know, the caterers at Duke Energy Center, know how many people are coming so they can make the meals. And if you don't have any idea who's coming to your party and you think 5 people are coming and then you got about 500,
Yeah.
somebody's not eating. So we have to know how many people are coming so they know what your meal choice is, how many people are coming so they can prepare these meals and everybody can have a meal and everybody can have a seat at the event. Now, tickets are $95 each,
Okay.
and a table for 10 is $950. A lot of
Okay.
people will chip in together and they'll get their own table. But once we shut the door on the ticket sales, there's not much wiggle room. We're not selling any tickets at the door. We never sell tickets at the door
Yeah.
because the tables have to be set. Their staff has to set the table, and that's it.
Yeah, because guys, I'm telling you, this is an upscale shindig. Let's be clear about that. Sit down dinner. I think it was like 3 or 4 courses that we had. Everybody dresses up. So it's very, very elegant and nice. So
Yes, so
please
it's
be in attendance.
it's semi-formal. Some people wear tuxedos, some people just wear a business suit. The
Yeah,
women, they're the ones that, it's like a fashion show because a lot of these gowns and dresses, it could be a simple dress, but they get dressed up, they get their hair done, and they're looking good.
it's gala
So
season.
this is one event that they are ready for. And last year we had about close to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
This year we're going to exceed that. I think we're heading towards 1,200.
Okay. Awesome.
So, and I want to talk about our keynote speaker. I didn't talk about him.
Yes, let's end with him. Yes.
Representative Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader of the House of Representatives. So he's the highest ranking African American they've ever had in either chamber.
Wow.
So we were fortunate to get him to come here and be our keynote speaker. If you've never heard him before, he is very inspiring and he will motivate you because he's real. He's not pretentious. He does a lot of great constituency work up in New York where he's from. And he is really, really, really passionate about helping people and about Black people specifically. So he will be there giving us his keynote address, and everybody will get an opportunity to see him up close and personal.
Man, I'm telling you guys, October 7th, the NAACP Duke Energy Convention Center for the NAACP Freedom Fund Dinner is the place that you need to be. So right now, get your tickets. We got the link going on the screen. Buy your tickets. You got to the 22nd, and we hope to see you there. I definitely got my outfit and everything lined up. I'm excited for it because this is a great thing to support. It's a great place to network and just rub shoulders with the right people, and to do something for your community. So I'm excited. Thank you again, Mr. Mallory, for coming onto the platform to just share. You're definitely welcome back. Anything that you need to get out to the people that we need to know, just to call us and we'll set it up. And we're just excited for all the amazing things that the NAACP is doing for the community.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your support and for being a member of the NAACP and for, the message that you received last year that it inspired you enough to go out and get more engaged in the political process and to try to help educate other folks. So as we do this Freedom Fund dinner, the work never stops. We're here always doing this work, and anybody can join to be a member. Again, all you got to do is be in alignment, with the values of the organization, against discrimination, injustice, social justice is what we fight for all the time, and we need that. Oh, I want to come back on your show.
Okay.
And then maybe, I don't know if I have time for this one, but I'm also on the board of elections. So I was an administrator there. That was what I did before I retired. So I like to educate the community about when it comes to voting and how to make sure you protect your vote and how to go to these different areas to find the resources to find out, how to count your vote, make sure it's counted, how to track your ballot, what the regulations are to make sure what the voting hours are. All of that, we can never educate enough because someone always misses out that crucial piece of information. Like this year, this is the biggest election a lot of people are participating in.
Yeah.
You will have to show photo ID. Before you can show documents, you have to show photo ID. There's no more
Wow.
utility bills, none of that. You have to show a photo ID. And this is one little thing that it would be great for everybody to know. I post all this stuff on my Facebook page and on our NAACP page. On our NAACP page, we have 18,000 followers.
Okay.
So we just posted, and people are from all over. But if you are 17 years or older and you do not have a driver's license, so you're saying you don't have any photo ID, you don't have a driver's license, you can get a free state Ohio ID card. Free. Go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, one of these registrars here locally, and you take your information, and you do not have to pay for it. It is free. Since they passed the restrictive voting law, they have to make sure that there's a way for people who can't afford it because they don't have photo ID or they don't have a driver's license. So they had to make that. That was what they did to try to restrict voting as much as they are doing now. And it's a restrictive mechanism. So when people take advantage, don't let the ID be the issue. Go get that free state ID card.
Awesome. Okay, y'all heard it. We'll definitely have Mr. Mallory back on to just give us what we need to know because election season is here. It's time to know about the issues, know who's running, and get the right people into office. So make sure you guys, Cincy Black Travel, we're going to keep you informed and updated for everything happening Black in Cincinnati. We thank you again for joining us, and always welcome back. And we got a lot of other platforms I know your information will be great on as well. So
I appreciate that. And, October the 10th is our first candidates forum, all Cincinnati City Council candidates. And it's going to be moderated by Kyle Inskeep, one of the anchors from Channel 12 News.
Yes.
He'll be our moderator. So there's 10 people running for 9 seats in Cincinnati City Council. I had to put that out there today to get on me if I didn't. Candidates, it's going to be at the Community Action Agency. So at 6 o'clock, October 10th, all the Cincinnati City Council candidates is going to be a candidate forum. We'll be asking these questions so the community can see what their responses are. And we'll take questions from the community and try to get as many of them as we can.
All right. So y'all save the date on October 10th. October 7th is a few things y'all got to remember. September 22nd is your last day to get tickets for the Freedom Fund dinner. October 7th is the Freedom Fund dinner, and October 10th, a candidate forum so you can meet the candidates and learn the issues and ask whatever questions you need so you can make the best informed decision when it comes time for you to vote. I think this is super awesome. We're definitely in support of everything you guys do, and we look forward to having you guys back.
Thanks again.
All right.